Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Well,
look who I found.
I'm back.
Well, we just got through having breakfast at old Brown's Country Buffet. What'd you think about it?
Delicious. I was very hungry, and now I'm very full. Yeah, it was delicious.
He's got to go to work here soon.
I do.
And but one thing that we always do, that we've always done,
Years
and years since he was a little old thing. I used to wake him up in the morning and be like, "Come on, son, let's go to breakfast."
Yep.
So something we've always done, and anytime I come back into town now, we always make sure that's one of our little things that we do no matter what is going on. So we got up, had some breakfast, and yesterday was really cool. I had my daughter and my grandbabies and Levi, and I took them all out for like an early dinner thing, and it was the first time that I have my son, my daughter, and both of my grandkids all at one place in years.
It's been a while.
So I was in my feels a little bit, you know what I mean? I was in my feelings a little bit. I missed it. I missed having all my kids and grandkids and stuff together at one place. And I see this joker right here all the time, but I don't get to see them all together very often.
Yeah.
But so it was nice. That'll be coming out on the video probably tomorrow for the first Florida vlog here of the trip down and getting ready to come down and all of that, and then my first day here. I'm going to try to get that edited tonight and get it out tomorrow if everything works out. It's kind of a whirlwind right now. I'm here until tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm headed to Tampa to my brother's and see my niece and everybody down there, and also to pick up a bunch of stuff. I'm actually going to pick up some stuff tomorrow here. So on part 2 of the video, which I've already started recording, it started this morning with us having breakfast, you're actually going to see that trailer behind me starting to get loaded up with some of the things that I've been telling y'all about, that so y'all will finally get to see exactly the stuff that I'm bringing back. There's 2 big things that's going to be in this next video, and then when I get to Tampa, there's a whole other round of stuff, which will be on the 3rd video. So yeah, I got to do that. But today I am actually going to my mom and dad's, and I am meeting my daughter and my grandbabies out there because they still haven't opened up the Christmas presents and birthday presents that I sent down here, because my parents has been sick, so my grandkids ain't been able to come over there yet, but they're better now. So I'm gonna go spend the day with them, go out to lunch with them today, and have a good time while this one's at work.
Super fun.
And then I'll let him tell you what's gonna go on tonight.
So after his, busy day running around, seeing the fam, and my tapping away on the computer, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going live on my channel, Life with Levi. There's no editing here, but imagine it popped up right there, nice and fancy like. We're going live on my channel 6 o'clock. Be the first one on my channel. I mean, it's the second one I've done, but the first one I'll have with you on it, so that's a win.
Second one
in person
that you had me
in person.
Last week, Levi went live for the first time ever.
For those of you who didn't catch it,
go check it out.
Check it out.
First time ever on his channel.
Yep.
And we did a split screen.
We did.
I was still in Arkansas, and his next one, the very next week, we're gonna be
here for it.
We're gonna be sitting just like we're sitting right here, side by side, which is pretty cool.
It is for sure.
So yeah, we're gonna do that, and then also I'm gonna be live with my nieces later on this week. I don't know exactly what day it is yet, but my nieces are doing their first live. I don't know what channel they're doing it on, which one of them's doing the live. But they're gonna do the split screen. My one niece is in Denver, the other one's in Tampa. And I just happened to be there in town for their first live, so I'm gonna be on their first live too. So
that's awesome.
So it's nice to be down here and supporting my fam, and especially with their first live, because it's so nervous, with the first live. I remember my first live. Y'all see me have a little drink, you know, on my live. That started because of my first live. I was so nervous.
He really was.
On my first live.
He was talking about it all day.
I took a nap.
He did
because my stomach was so upset and just nervous that I actually took a nap before my live to kind of ease my anxiety.
Yeah.
And then when I woke up, I actually mixed me a little sipper and had a drink, and it calmed me down.
Yeah.
And that's how that became a thing with me having a drink while I do live, because I don't really drink much at all.
Yeah.
I do it on my live. I have one drink, and that's it. I don't continue drinking, and I'm not drinking before the live. I drink that one drink on the live, and that's the only time I drink. The only other time I drink is if there's a social event, like a barbecue or something like that. I'll have a couple of drinks. I'm not a real big drinker. I know a lot of people think I am because of the sipping cream and all of that.
Yeah, whenever you only see, like, you see you once a week on live, and then they see you drink once a week, it's like, oh, he drinks all week, every week. Yeah.
But I've never been a big drinker.
Yeah.
He knows. I mean, I raised him.
I can vouch. I mean, I was there for all of it, so.
I think he might have actually only seen me drunk maybe twice in his life. I'm also not a drinker that gets drunk and like to where I lose control type thing.
He's a big guy. He likes to control a lot of the aspects of his life, and anywhere he doesn't feel like he has control is not quite right, and that persists with alcohol.
I don't like to lose the ability to control my actions.
Yeah, your own
actions. And also, like social events and stuff like that, when I got my family there and stuff like that, my number one priority is to look out for my family and make sure that my family's safe. So I just never really drunk. I want to make sure that I got all my wits to me and stuff like that, just in case something happened. So that's why I don't drink. And to be honest with you, a little background, I grew up in an alcoholic household my whole life, and I've seen some really bad things, and it was not good. It wasn't a great childhood. And that also has a big part to do with why I don't allow myself to get drunk.
Oh, for sure.
So, you know what I mean?
Even if it's not a conscious thought, it's definitely in there subconsciously. You grew up with it, so you already have a negative connotation towards that,
And on top of it, I'm a very, very busy individual.
Yeah, you ain't got time to be hungover.
And I ain't got time to be hungover.
Amen.
Now, back in my younger days when I was an iron worker and traveling the country and all that other stuff, I ain't gonna lie, I partied like a rock star, come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Me and my brother, boy, we was the Rolling Stones up in there.
Yeah.
But that was back in the day. But even then, I was still responsible about it. I watched my dad, not the dad that y'all hear me talk about now. My real dad passed away whenever I was like 21 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he could never get a license again because of all the DUIs and all that other stuff and all the stuff that he went through. I never wanted that life. The license is too important. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If you have the control to keep yourself from doing it, then don't.
A little backstory. And also, I am the type of father that I grew up with a father that says, do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
And I've never understood that saying. It annoys the heck out of me.
Yeah.
And I am the type of father that's do as I do.
Set an example.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
lead by example.
And I have always tried to do that and be consistent about that. And I think that that's a big reason why this one right here is such a good young man, because he has sat there and watched me do all that I do and work my butt off and be a good person and good morals and, you know what I mean, all that stuff. So
yeah, if you take it from just like a strictly, learning standpoint, if you're consistently watching these, poor behaviors over and over and over, but then saying, don't do this, don't do what I'm doing, but then continue to do it, it's like, oh, well, it must be okay enough to do it then, Well,
you got two types of people, right, that grow up in that type of lifestyle. One type uses it as an excuse to be that way.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was never that one. And I have family that is that way and that has used it as that reason. Well, I grew up like this. Yeah. Well, so did I.
Yeah, use it as like a crutch.
And I always looked at it as I watched people. I'm a people watcher, right? Yeah. I watch people. And when somebody does something stupid, I'm like, okay, note to self, do not do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. That did not work out well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've always looked at stuff like that. Instead of looking at it as an excuse to just do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I looked at it as, okay, well, that didn't turn out well, and that looked like that set you back about 5 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, well, nah, not today.
Yeah.
Not today.
And I've developed the same kind of methodology through my life, having grown up with that, same train of thought. I've always been called like such a wise young man, and I'm wise beyond my years, and I've been told that since I could talk, and it's all because of that reason right there. I'm a very observant person. I'm always analyzing people, and whenever I see, oh well, they messed that up, I'm not gonna do that. And I have like a flip book in here, just flipping through every page, what's good to do, what's not, what shouldn't I do. Oh, I remember this one time this person did that, I shouldn't do that, it's gonna set me back. Like, I have that catalog, and so now I can use that to make the right decisions in the future, So.
And not to say that I ain't messed up and done my fair
No
share and all that other stuff. I'm definitely not perfect by no means or whatever, but I have consciously made an effort in my life to not follow the mistakes that I have seen. Yeah. And I will say, when I became a parent, it went up a notch. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because then it wasn't just, when it was just me that I had to worry about, I was a little bit wilder. But when I became a dad, my daughter's name's Destiny. And the reason why she got that name is because I felt like she was my destiny. Without her, I probably would have ended up in a pretty bad spot. But when I became a single father of a little girl, it changed me. And I really started putting a high focus on being the person I should be. Yeah. So that's how she got her name, Destiny.
Yeah. It's good you're able to recognize that, though. A lot of people can't.
Yeah.
So, and then that causes more problems for many people along the line,
Word.
Yeah.
We getting deep here today.
We are.
Guys.
Yeah.
We getting deep.
It's a philosophical Brown's Country Buffet morning.
Yeah, I did not expect this on the video. That's the great thing about these videos. You never know what you're going to get. It's raw. It's real. I never know what I'm going to talk about. Sometimes I'll have some things that I want to touch on and stuff. And sometimes I never even touch on them and go completely like squirrel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The tangent line.
Yeah. So it happens.
But it's true. You can literally get to see the real. These are real conversations we have. You're just the third person in the conversation.
And me and him have them a lot. Yeah. I tell you what, when this one right here has kids, boy, he's got some lectures, boy, already in that flip book he was talking about.
I was gonna say, I got a transcript already. Like, I can say that from recital at this point.
I'm a talker.
Yeah, and so am I. So it works out.
Yeah, I've been having deep conversations with my son since he was very little. I've always treated him like a young man, and gave him respect because he's always shown that he's mature enough to handle it. Yeah, and a lot of lectures. And also, that's one reason why he don't do no bad stuff, because he knows then he's got to listen to me for about 4 hours.
Been there.
And
it's not worth it.
And let me tell you, I can get long-winded with those lectures. It just flows. I'd make a heck of a speaker, like, you know what I mean, when it comes to that stuff.
He's the type of guy, I was going to say, not even the type of guy, you literally are the guy who showed up to a wedding without a speech and gave the best speech. Like, it's a spur of the moment type thought process, Yeah. And you keep that ball rolling until he feels like I've had enough, and then I'm still grounded after. So it's like, it really isn't. It's not worth it, dude. It's just not.
A lot of life lessons in there, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I've always told him, you know what I mean? I've always wanted my kids to know exactly why they was in trouble. Yeah. And how they got themselves to that point. Yeah. And the ramifications that go along with it. You know what I mean? So, for sure. So I've always detailed it out. I've never been that parent that's just like, you're in trouble, go to your room. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're grounded and just leave it at that. I lay it out.
Yeah, what you gonna learn from that?
Yeah, I lay it out exactly how you got there, why you got there, how not to get there. Yeah. And then how to move on from here. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which takes some time with some lecturing or whatever. Yeah, for sure. And,
especially when you have to repeat yourself multiple times over, because you think it gets shorter, but no, it gets longer, because it's like, if you didn't get it the first 2 times, 3 times, well, now you really got to hear me talk for the 4th, Like, you learn pretty quick, hopefully, to catch up on it, but...
Psychological warfare.
Yeah, precisely.
Well, if you just give your kids a spanking, then that's over in 10 minutes, and then tomorrow they'll do the exact same thing.
Yep, so, precisely. A little smack on the wrist.
But if you give them some little nuggets up there to play in their head when they're about to do something stupid, then they start playing that that whole speech back and whatever, and it at least gives them that second that they need to think about it.
I'd say it's like a little like transmitter, you know, little in between.
You know how they talk about the devil and the angel on your shoulder? Well, my kids has got daddy on their shoulder, like, come on.
Yeah, about to do something stupid. It's like,
think about
God, I'm about to hear from that guy forever if I do this.
Think about what you're about to do.
Yeah, risk versus reward.
Think about what you're about to do. I got my speech set up. Let's go. Don't do it.
I will say one thing I've definitely learned throughout the years is risk management, because I've learned that there's some things that just ain't worth it. You know, it's just not. So, yeah, great lesson there. For sure.
But I'm also very fair.
Yeah, also true.
I'm not one that overreacts about small stuff and stuff like that. I am very fair. I give chances and all that other stuff. There's some things that I have zero tolerance for.
Yeah.
Education is one.
Yep.
I don't play with education. They know that. Like, when it comes to school and stuff, you do what you're supposed to.
Yeah.
That and respect and how you treat people. That right there will get your butt for real. Yeah. It'll be a lot more than a speech if I find out that you disrespected somebody being a little turd. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Manners are huge.
Everything else, honestly, I feel like I'm pretty easygoing about. You know, we'll have a conversation and stuff like that and see how we move past it and stuff like that. You continue to do it, then I'm going to have to do what I got to do. But I'd say for the most part, I'm pretty fair. But school and respect and manners and stuff like that, that's zero tolerance. Like, I'm not putting up with that at all. At all. I think those are the two things that carry you through life that's important. And he's always done pretty good about that. I've never had to put hands on him.
Yeah, true.
Not once.
I've held on strong. And
I've told him before, it would make me feel amazing if I never had to. Yep. Never have to. Like, that's a goal. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I've always told him, don't think I won't.
Yeah. There's always,
if I need to, you know, but don't push it to that point. And he's always done good. I've never had to. So
I've always said and thought, you know, if I'm smart enough to use my brains and not have to use the body, just get her done that way, you know. So if you can make adjustments, make changes up here, same thing, you know, persists in life. I'm smart enough to not have to work.
And now he's a grown man, so now I ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
But he does know that I will still come and put my boot up his butt if I need to. I tell him all the time, you ain't nothing but a plane ticket away. Don't make me come down there. I swear
he says it every week. You ain't nothing but a plane ticket away. Don't make me come down there.
I tell him, you ain't nothing but a plane ticket away, and your daddy's always got the money for that plane ticket. Yeah. You know? Right or wrong.
You got a separate savings account just for that one, just backup. Just in case Levi starts acting
up. I told him I won't even bring a carry-on.
Yeah, he'll just walk on the plane.
I told him, I said, I will get on the plane, fly down there, kick your butt, and walk right back on the plane and go ahead and book my next ticket. Yeah. You know what I mean? Real. And I've told him that. I said, I might be 5 states away, but I'm still here. Yeah. Don't think that I'm not.
Yeah, for real.
So, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, this was a fun one.
For sure, yeah. Good conversation.
Yeah, it was definitely a real one. Yeah. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah. I hope y'all are having a great day. What's today, Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday. Tuesday. Before you call it out, too. I'll do one more recall. 6 o'clock, Life with Levi. Check out the live. You get to see more of you guys here. Just more of this beautiful face here. I know you want to see it. It makes sense. I get it. So check in, tune in. 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. My channel, Life with Levi. The man right here. He'll be joining me. We'll get her done.
Yep, we're gonna hang out like a hare and a biscuit, guys.
Precisely.
But I hope y'all guys have an amazing Tuesday. Make sure that you go grind. Start striving for your goals. This year is already rolling full steam. And you blink your eye and we're going to be at the next one. So let's not waste a day. Let's get at it. Do something nice for somebody and reach out to somebody that you ain't talked to in a while. Tell them that you're thinking about them. And until we see each other again, guys, come on. Keep it real.
Come on.